Hello, welcome back to my channel, Related Concepts. In today's tutorial, I'm going to introduce you to an app, Pixellab, and also take you around to the environment of Pixellab so that you know the function of each case. By knowing the function, you'll be able to maneuver your way around any design that you're given. Remember our slogan, practice as you learn. Let's get started. If you don't have Pixellab installed in your phone, you can go to Play Store and type Pixellab. They will bring you the application so that you download it. The one I'm using for this tutorial is Pixellab Pro. So I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. Kindly go to the description and download it. So let's open our Pixellab. So this is the environment of Pixellab. Once you come here, there will be a default text. So let's just remove it. Now let's start with this plus sign here. This plus sign has text, current dates, sticker, shapes from gallery draw. So when you click on any of them, this text means that you can start typing, double click on it and type out anything. You can just type out anything. And after typing, you click on OK. You see what to type in the environment there. So the next thing there is current dates. You can see this is today's date. It has shown on the workspace here. So the next thing there is sticker. You can go over here and pick any sticker of your choice. You can click on here. You have amazing stickers you can pick from. So anyone you click, just click on OK and you have it there. The next one there is shapes. When you click on it, it will bring out this first shape here. So if you want to see the other shapes or if you want to choose from any of that shape, you can click on the drop down arrow there and choose any shape of your choice. Okay, now let me teach you some. This radius means if you want to change, you can say, okay, let me see the effect of the, when I click on the radius, the edge, the sharp edge will start curving. It will even curve to circle. Are you seeing it? So you can still, opacity means if you want to reduce the brightness, if you want to reduce the brightness of the shape or anything. Fill in color if you want to change the shape to any color. Stroke if you want to, let's increase this stroke. Let's increase it to say 5. Now stroke color, let's add it this color. Have you seen the effect of the stroke? Let me increase the stroke so that you see it. Okay, have you seen the effect of the stroke? So that's about stroke. So the next thing there is under the plus sign is from gallery. If you want to import something from gallery, you click on it. The next one there is draw. If you want to draw something, you can just click on it. So let's look at the next option there, which is this. You click on it. It shows that that's after your work, whether you want to save as a project or whether you want to save as an image. Let me differentiate the two. Saving as a project means you want to save it under this Pixellab. Anything you save will appear here. So saving it as image, anything you save will appear in your gallery, in your image there. So that's about saving. So let's look at this. This is a symbol for share. If you want to share it out to anywhere, you can click there and share it out. Now this one is about quotes. We have different types of quotes you can choose from. When you click on this arrow here, you can decide to choose whether it is success quotes, whether it is happiness quote, anyone you want to choose. Let's just choose this one. You can see it has appeared. So the next thing is, let's click on these 3 dots here and see what is there. Okay, we have use image from gallery, full screen, use image from all these things are so it's what you can click on and still get it right. That this one, if you want to choose from gallery, if you want to have a full screen here, if you want to use image from camera, just like that. If you want to export image, if you want to increase the image size, if you want to contact the owner of this Pixellab, if you want to check the tutorial more about the way they explain on how to use this uh, um, app, so that open PLP file. If you want to open all these things here, so let's go over to the next one. We have this one. This, if you want to go back, let's click on it. You can see it's taking me back to what I did before. Why this one is zoom? If you want to zoom it, if you want to zoom what your work, if I click on it, you can see it is zooming. So that's about it. Then this one here, let's click on it. This thing is just a shape, a line, rows and column. Now one thing about here is if you want to add a row in your wall, you can click down here. That's click down here. You can see if you click on it, it means that you can now move these rows. You can now move it. If you still want to add more, you can. This plus sign is if you want to add a column. This one is if you want to add a row. So let's click on the column. You can see it has added. Let's click on the row. It has added. So that's about it. So let's go over to the next one. This one is just like a layer panel. Whatever you do here on the background, whatever you do here will appear here. But if you notice that we have 4 options there. So this first option is if you lock something. Let's click on what you want to lock. Let's click on this, then go back to the layer, click on lock. You can see I'm not able to move this thing again. I'm not able to move this again. If I unlock it, I am moving it again. So the next option there is eyes. If I click on eye, it will disappear. If I click back on the eye, it will appear. This option, the next one there, this option is for delete. If I click on it, it will delete. Now if I go back here and click here, that's to bring back. It will bring back that thing again. So the next option, the first option there is, let's look at it. It has multiples too. So this one, if you want to add text to this, that's exactly that you're clicking on. You can click on it. Okay, let's look at it. You can see you can add something and still click on OK and it will appear. You can click. This one is if you want to copy it. Let's click on it. You can see we have copied it again. So the next one there is this one. Let's click on it. If you want to increase the size, you can see as I'm tapping it, it is increasing and it is reducing. That's about it. So the next one there is this one. If you want to rotate it, you can see as I'm turning the angle, it is rotating. So the next one there is, let's look at it. Okay, this for if you want to move it. You can see as I'm tapping all these things, it is moving. So the next one there is, this one is about the color. You can see it, the color, it has displayed the color. If you want to change the color of the text. Now let's quickly look at the gradient. What was the meaning of gradient? If I click on gradient, gradient means if you want to apply 2 or more colors to an image or a background or a text. For example, let's click on this one. Let's click on this one. You can see it. Okay, let's click on this one that has just one color, but we want to add more colors to it. So what do? We click on the plus sign. Now if you want to change the color of, you can tap on this. Where's my cursor? You can tap on this, tap on here to change the color. Let's pick red and click on OK. You can see it, this one has changed color. Are you seeing it? So if you can still add more colors by tapping on the plus sign, let's tap on it. Another color has appeared. So you can still change the color by tapping here. If you click the blue and say okay, you can see it has 3 colors there now. I seen it. So that's about that one there. So which other one? This one is if you want to bring to front, if you want to bring to back, that's the function of this. So let's quickly go over to the next, to the dance side. But before we start the dance side, please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, and join our amazing family. Also like this video, comment on anything that you would like us to teach next time, and also turn on the notification button so that anytime we upload a new video that you'll be the first person to know. Okay, so let's quickly go over to the down one now. This my project we have talked about is anything you work on and save under my project will appear here. That's the function of that folder there. So you can see all these things that we are doing are under this. Okay, these things are all different backgrounds you can pick from. You can see this background here is this one, so this just different backgrounds. So when you click on, let's go over to the A options there. When you click on A, you have text, you have quotes, which we have explained here and here. Okay, so but when you click on a text, more options will come up. So let's explain these options quickly. This one is the style. It's about browsing and the saving, so no more things to explain there. This one is edit, the same thing. If you want to add something to it, this one is delete, we have done this one is copy, we have done it. So this one is to bring front and back, we have done it. This one is position, let's do this one now. Position, if I'm tapping on any of the arrows, the arrow shows me the direction of where I want to position anything to. Okay, now this function, this increase, this option of plus and minus, if I want that thing to move fast, I will take it to the extreme. If I want it to move slowly, I will take it to the lowest. You can see it is moving. So that's about it. So relative position, we have done it. If you want it to move just like that, so that's about it. Size, we have done it. If you want it to increase, that's about it. Padding, so let's see the function. You can see the function of padding. You can do it left padding and right padding. So that's the function of that one. Color, we have explained color. Texture means if you want to add an image or a background to a text. Let's show you so that you understand what we are talking about. So let's quickly pick, maybe I'll pick something else there, anything. Let's pick this flyer here and apply it to that relative. Okay, that's appeared. Okay, if I mark good, you can see it has entered into that relative. You can see the color, that flyer is showing exactly into that relative. So that's about it. If you want to remove it, you cannot apply any other thing here unless you go back and remove the texture. If I click on delete, it will remove. So the next thing there is opacity. I thought I've explained this. That's increasing and showing the brightness of it. Rotate, I've explained it. If you want to rotate it. Mask, we will talk more during the class. We still explain more about mask. If you want to, this also helps you in shaping, in cutting things, in this does a lot of things in flyer design. So that's about it. So the next one is font. If you want to choose any font of your choice, you can choose that one and click on OK. We have style, you have bold. If you click on bold, we have italics, you have underline, you can see it, and we have to remove the italics that you put it before. So that's about it. The next one there is curve. If you want to curve anything, remember that before you work on anything under this A option. You have to click. Let's assume I want to work on this. I must click on it. If I want to work on it, I must click on it. That's for you to be able to see the effect of whatever you're doing. So you can see we are clicking on this. That's why anything we are doing is showing only on the Relatex. So the next thing there is background. If you enable it and choose any color, that's you can see. If you want, you can choose another color. That's about background. So the next one there is align. So let's click on this and you see what we mean by align. So you can align to the left, to the center, and to the right. So that's about the alignment there. We have spacing. You can space out the letters, and you can also space out the words. So that's about it. We have line spacing. See the effect of line spacing. So that's about it. We have stroke. We have explained this stroke before, but let's explain it again. Can see the effect of stroke. That's the effect of stroke. If you start working with all these things, you appreciate them. So that one is shadow, right? Yes, shadow. If you still increase the opacity, the blur reduce. Our background is black. That's why you're not seeing the shadow that we applied. So we are still under shadow. So all this stroke, all this shadow, inner shadow, emboss, pass, but you can just work with them. Okay, let's look at this one. You can see. So that is the effect of that one there. You can choose to slant it. And choose to do anything. There is shadow, that's why you're not taking effect there. So we have the 3D look, 3D rotate, rotate to X axis, to Y axis. So let's remove this effect too, so that other things we are doing will apply. So we have the 3D test. If you enable it, even if you put it to the oblique, just anything you want to play around with, just for you to understand the function of these keys. By doing more of design, you appreciate each and every one of these. So let's go over to the middle one and quickly hurry up with it. Now we have the sticker. We have done it. Import, draw, shapes. We have done most of these things here. Arrow to no more things. So let's click on this. We have color, transparent. If you want your background to have a transparent color, you have image size. Okay, this is important too. So before you start any design, this is where you come and put the measurement of the design you're working with. Okay, so the next thing, we also have the Pixellab also decides to put some measurement out there for us. You can see we have custom, square, Facebook, thumbnail, all these things. You can just click on it, click on OK. You can see this is the YouTube thumbnail measurement. So let's take it back. We have crop. If you want to crop something, to reduce it, to increase it, that's when you use it. We have image from gallery. So the next option there is mainly about background, or if anything you're working with, but you appreciate more of this thing when we start working with all these things. Okay, you can see what I'm doing, more of working with your background. So that's the end of our introduction to Pixellab and its environment. Remember, as you learn, you practice. That is our slogan. Please kindly subscribe to this channel if you appreciate what you're doing. Bye.